It's been running for over 100 years, but a Lincolnshire garden designer has developed an idea that's never been seen before at the Chelsea Flower Show. It's a garden that's also a musical instrument. Caroline Bilton has been to see it ahead of the show, which opens later this month.
This is a garden that wants you to listen. A garden that isn't just about sights, but sounds, because this garden is a musical instrument.
Here we are, our musical landscape, and this is the first section of it, which I'm considering as the string section. This is a very elegant tufted hairgrass, and as you can see, it sways, it lilts, just like a group of violins does. And then we've got the big double basses, and we'll plant these in clumps at the back, like the double basses in an orchestra.
Peter Eustace has been designing gardens for more than 20 years, but his latest work is one that even the prestigious Chelsea Flower Show has never seen before. He's been asked by the Papworth Trust, a charity serving people with disabilities, to develop an acoustic garden where flowers act as choristers, grasses the strings, and at the centre, this water feature.
I think the fact that we're creating a landscape that is a musical instrument, that it creates its own music. I am looking at plants, and they seem to tell me what they're going to do. Flowery plants might be the flute section, and then there's sort of plants and flowers that you think, well, that looks like a opening and shutting. It could be a trumpet.
And just like any instrument, it will be played by none other than the world-famous deaf solo percussionist Dame Helen Glennie, who's worked closely with Peter to develop this most unique soundscape.
Whatever your ability or your disability, you can get enjoyment from this garden.
As people are standing here looking at this garden at Chelsea, what are you hoping they will take from this?
First and foremost, we hope that they can enjoy the garden and they see it for what it is. They see that this garden is an accessible, musical, unique space. And then also change. We want to change society. If we can change even 1% of the people that come to Chelsea's opinion on disability through this garden, then we will be more than happy.
We'll find out if it hits all the right notes at the Chelsea Flower Show at the end of the month. Caroline Bilton, BBC Look North, Bourne, Lincolnshire.
And the Chelsea Flower Show starts on the 24th of May.
Now, more than 150,000 people are expected to visit the Chelsea Flower Show over the next few days. Most people will be looking at the hundreds of exhibits, but when they reach one garden designed in Lincolnshire, they'll also be expected to listen, as Caroline Bilton explains.
There's many gardens here at Chelsea which are all about peace and tranquility, but there's one garden here this year that offers something a little bit different. Yes, it offers tranquility, but it also offers this. Because this isn't just a garden, this is a musical instrument, and it's been brought to life here today by the percussionist Dame Helen Glennie. Evelyn, if I could just stop you for just 2 seconds.
Absolutely.
This is a sensory garden with a difference, isn't it? I mean, you're partially deaf yourself. What does this garden do for you?
Well, I think it's all about the idea of paying attention, and that is about listening. And so we're gathering sounds that are underneath the surface, so really listening to the resonance and the colour of the sounds that we perhaps may not perceive through the ear, but we can through the body.
You've been working with the disability charity, the Papworth Trust, and this is what this garden's all about. It's to help people who perhaps have hearing difficulties and who can come along and actually experience a garden.
It's for everybody. This isn't targeting a certain group of people. This is for us all to pay attention to. And the thing about the Papworth Trust is that it is about inclusiveness.
Well, I'll let you go back to creating this beautiful music. This is a Chelsea first. It's never been done before. We've never seen an acoustic garden here before. It's been developed by Lincolnshire garden designer Peter Eustace. Peter, how does it feel to have done something Chelsea's never seen before?
Yeah, I'm really pleased. I think it's worked really, really well. I think that idea of introducing a new layer into the landscape and into people's experience of the landscape has been fascinating. It's quite a challenge and very collaborative, and I think it's been really successful. And by the comments that we've had so far, yeah, really happy.
Well, the judges will announce their decisions tomorrow on whether this is worthy of a gold. Let's hope it has left a ringing in their ears for all the right reasons.
Caroline Bilton reporting there, and there'll be much more from Chelsea throughout today on our Facebook page, including live video and pictures. Just go to Facebook and search for BBC Look North.
The famous Chelsea Flower Show opened today. It's an event steeped in tradition, but one garden designer from Lincolnshire dared to do something different this year. And as Caroline Bilton reports, it made quite an impact, and not just visually.
There may be some wacky designs at this year's Chelsea Flower Show, but what all of these gardens have in common is they're all striving to offer you a sense of peace, tranquility. This garden can do tranquil, but it can also do this. This isn't just a garden, it's a musical instrument played by the world-famous deaf percussionist Dame Evelyn Glennie.
I've manipulated water before, but not quite in this spectacular setting. You know, this has just been such an incredible journey, and one that I feel is only the beginning. And now I'm inclined to go home to my own garden. It's not quite as nice as this by any means, but nevertheless, you know, I'm looking at it in a different way. I really am, and I'm looking at the movement, and I'm thinking, wow, you know, what can I actually do that, or how can that influence what I do as a musician?
Well, the garden's not just being played by Evelyn out at the front here, it's also being played as part of a special computer programme developed by students from Brunel University. Just take a look in here.
Special microphones capture the vibrations of the water and amplify it. It's the first time in Chelsea's history that an acoustic garden has been entered, and it's been designed by a man from Lincolnshire.
It's everything that I think I've tried to express in garden designs, to bring that element of musicality into gardens, and perhaps to try and change people's ideas about, you know, sound and vision and sound in the landscape, and the landscape speaking to us.
Today was the day for celeb spotting at Chelsea, and the acoustic garden drew in some special visitors.
It's good for your imagination, I think. It's really beautiful. And makes, I think it's sort of soulful, and yet, oh, I love that. I love that. Tiny bit of Big Ben in there, but it's, no, what a great idea.
You can feel it. It's quite a strong reverberation when they go down, and you could watch it forever.
Chelsea still had its traditional this year, but it also had something new. The charity behind this garden, the Papworth Trust, is hoping it will make people think differently about their gardens. And let's face it, we could all play a few plant pots. Caroline Bilton, BBC Look North, the Chelsea Flower Show.